how far I could go back, how back I could go back,
right.
how far I could go back with history, because I'm kind of like, that was like one of my favorite classes.
That's my favorite subject.
It was one of my favorite subjects, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost always been like the most popular person, right? But I think back in the day it was more of like the specific person. You know what I'm saying?
For the president?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when it went to like entertainment. I want to say Ronald Reagan, but
Ronald Reagan is the.
But I'm thinking of Abraham Lincoln.
You got to think of John Kennedy.
Or John Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? Or even Nixon or Carter. But
Teddy Roosevelt.
Ronald Reagan was the first that was like, that didn't have nothing of a background, like
in politics.
Not even going to the army or nothing. Mm-hmm. He was just the actor and shit. Like, I believe he was in the army, but I'm not too sure. I gotta look it up. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just like everybody back in the day went to the.
Yeah. So it's like my thing is like, I think the point I'm trying to make is that at some point in history they changed it to like not politician but entertainer politician, and that's where we get into right now. Where what?
Look.
Yeah. The TV, yeah, because of the TV, and I always think of Doc Brown, Back to the Future. Oh, no wonder your president is Ronald as an actor, because he got to look good on TV. Ronald Reagan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're not taking into, because we talking about Ice Cube talking to Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Donald Trump's camp, yeah. He never sat with.
And I brought that up that the way that I'm trying to put it together. I brought that up because I heard D.L. Hughley talking bad on Ice Cube.
And that's why I said I'm moving from the fact of bashing or coming down on someone because they view or go about something different than me.
Yeah, because I can't.
It's nasty. We
I'm
have
say,
to stop doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that you can't look down on this person's thoughts because he went straight from high school to the NBA. Or because he was all his life a rapper and then an actor. You don't know what this person studies.
He gave us 3 Fridays. I was like,
and some banging albums. Like,
that's not all Cube gave me.
Yeah, like.
But my whole thing was, if you listen to what Ice Cube said, I agree. He never said he was with Trump. He said he went and sat with their camp to see how
is that not
his people.
Is that not how wars were run back in the day? If we couldn't get to a resolution from the fight, didn't the 2 leaders come and sit down and speak?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, or the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Either way you slice it, you gonna come and counter with somebody from the camp. You know what I'm saying?
We are not allies to anyone. And this is what has been my problem, even from a little kid before I could vote. Why are we still voting for Democrats that basically do the same thing Republicans do? Let's not act like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is the reason why massive incarceration is the way it is now.
Because Republicans will tell you, we about our money. We capitalists. We about our money.
So what they about?
That's what we really care about.
What are they about? Because they not telling you.
And then
they pull the wool over your eyes and tell you all this dancing, and then So I don't succumb to say I'm a Democrat or a Republican. I'm black, and when you black in this country, or indigenous, or Afro-American, whatever you want to call yourself, because we've been stripped, right? So we are behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
At one point, both parties were the same. They treated us the same. You know what I'm saying? So why are y'all just so quick to be like, oh, it's blue, who blue? Oh, I'm running with him. I'm not. Obama didn't show y'all that?
Especially when...
And people be like, oh, but, okay, Obama ain't had the people in the house to do what he wanted to do. At one point they did. But even with that, right? Mm-hmm. Why is it just put me in the White House? Obama was the first president I've seen, and I give him this, that said, I need you guys to go and vote and put the people that I'm telling y'all to in the House.
Yeah.
So he was the only one that did that.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them ever told you that.
Yeah.
They don't teach you this.
Yeah.
They don't set up shit in the hood to show you how to change your neighborhood.
Yeah. And then,
right
at the same time, like,
do they push teaching politics and tax breaks and all? Do they push that shit in schools? No, right?
You only get that shit when you literally get to a college.
Because that's the curriculum for college.
No, the curriculum for college is
what you choose.
You're a free thinker. You supposed to be an adult. You supposed to know what you want, and if you don't, you could touch anything. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't go to college. He went to college.
Everything is out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's my college.
Yeah.
That's my college.
So especially with somebody that you can't, I don't think you could downplay somebody that's doing something. You know what I'm saying? So we can't sit here. We sat here and criticize some people, but I'm not gonna sit here and criticize Tamika Lowry. What's her name? Tamika Mallory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and criticize her or my song where I see them every day.
I don't agree with everything that they say.
But I can't sit
here.
But
the premise of what they're doing, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But everything I don't agree with.
So I don't think somebody...
What if we challenge both parties? What if Democrats getting off rip say, but the black community, we got the black community.
But that's what Cube is doing.
I know.
That's what Cube is doing. And this is
what we all should be doing.
Especially with somebody with a receipt like he has. We seen the movie. He was the only one getting on the school bus going to a different school. You know what I'm saying? He was the only one that looked at the contract and said, nah, we deserve more than that. He was the only one that went to New York and started doing his single shit. He was the only one that went and started doing movies. Then he went and started his own basketball league that is successful. You know what I'm saying? And now he comes up with a contract. Black America contract. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to sit, okay, you got a document and I got a document. You got a platinum plan for the black community. I got the gold plan for the black community. What are you talking about?
What they need.
Yeah.
Now, I see
representation, lending reform, federal funding, Federal Reserve, finance oversight, data and credit, prison reform, judicial reform, police reform act, FCC licensing, Confederate institutions, AGP program. This contract will Black America pay the Ambassador Andrew Young. Okay. Black representality.
Representality?
Yeah, sorry. And those are like the 13 pillars, and he has way more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
instead of bashing him and saying, oh, that's not everything that the black community needs, why don't you get with him and say, yo, Q, don't forget this. Yo, Q, don't forget this. Yo, Q, remember after school program. You know what I'm saying? Why bashing? That's our fucking problem.
If this was like,
and he still ain't say I'm voting for him.
If this was like written up by him and a few people that he feel trusted to like put a document like this together, it's great. Just read the representation part, right? It says adopt a plan of neo-reconstruction to redress past wrongs systematically imposed on Black Americans economically throughout many generations that has resulted in a wealth gap, where the average white family has 10 times the wealth of a black family, in addition to some of the economic incentives listed below. Also, formally apologize to Black Americans for past discretions and slavery. Additionally, Black opportunity and representation will include affirmative action in schools, public and private, pre-student funding in states on an equal basis instead of paid by local property taxes.
Black
representation on all government civil rights bodies, civil rights classes mandatory in elementary school. Gerrymandering reform. Additional polling places in black and minority neighborhoods. Juneteenth to become a federal holiday. And that's just the first one. You know what I'm saying? That's just the first pillar.
Shout out to Cuomo for making Juneteenth.
It's a holiday in New York?
Yeah, state holiday. Yeah, we get that off now. Appreciate it.
So, I think it's just
like apologize at least take that.
Yeah, and
like
I don't even see. I wouldn't, and I'm not going to throw shots at DL neither because we understand how educated and how much of an intelligent brother he is too. But at the same time, do I believe that he sat there and read his contract?
No,
I don't think so. Not with the words that he said.
You know what happened? Seen the headline, like I just said, Cube supports Trump. Cube, like all the shit that I've been seeing, it's like I listened to Cube. He didn't say that at all. Yeah. He didn't even say I met with him.
Yeah, we've been following this.
I've been following it, so it's like you people need to relax sometimes and just think. Just think. You can't keep doing the same shit all the time.
Can't keep being divisive.
You do something crazy over and over, and you know the result that it's going to be. That's a form of insanity, right? So every 4 years this happens, and in between those 4 years, you never see Democrats coming to the aid of African Americans, how we're labeled in this country.
Yeah, like
why do y'all love Bill Clinton? Why do y'all love Obama? Why is Bill Clinton so cool that you could be like, he was our first black president? Are you fucking retarded? You know how many fathers is still sitting in jail? How many niggas are sitting in jail for like a pound of weed?
2/8? Walk around with a half.
Yo, for real, bro. Like,
we were doing 7 years. What? My uncle robbed a videotape store for less than $100 and did 8 flat. Like,
why do y'all just so quick to just be like, these are the better masters? That's all they are.
Yeah, and it's like it be scary to me because we understand to a certain extent. We understand. I'm talking about our people right now. We understand that the land that we live on is free, but we don't take it past the ceiling. We let them put a ceiling on us. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that get it past the ceiling, like the hoes or I want to stop saying entertainers. You know what I'm saying? People that's in the science world or anything like that.
That's what's always used.
Yeah, you did this. We in the land of the free, man. We could do what we want. So Ice Cube wrote this contract, which is being taken serious now because it's written in a serious form and it's really to help us. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I just feel like we need to unite right now. Especially like, why are these politicians why their campaigns are not based around this is a systemic oppression that's going on.
What's going on?
The virus, the pandemic that's going on, and everything else that's happening. Like, y'all just doing the regular campaign shit.
Nigeria is on fire.
Word.
Nigeria is literally on fire right now.
Shit
and
is
if
crazy.
it was any other country that was in the Middle East where oil was valuable, niggas would be ready to send aid.
Yeah.
Niggas would be ready to send a Navy and all this. So this is and that's what I say. Like you say, you don't want to keep saying entertainers, but that's who's pushing the envelope, bro. Yeah. And when Q takes a stance, how I probably would have, right? And says, wait, hold on, I gotta talk to both these motherfuckers. And he talked to Trump's people, and he talked to Biden people yet? Why not? If Trump says he has, what was it, 600 million, 60 million plan or whatever 60 was. When we're Biden, even if you lying, just coming out like that, I got 40 million on that. You feel what I'm saying? Even even if you bullshit, but if you care,
then
if you do care the way you say, then you will do, man, what that shit he talking is bullshit. This playing that guy?
Yeah. But
ain't he the same guy who sat across from Charlemagne the God and said, what? If you don't vote for me, then you not black?
You're not for black.
Boy, you ain't getting my vote off that alone. Is y'all stupid or what? Your ears don't work?
Whoa.
Who is this white man, 70 years old, who has been in Congress since the 70s,
Right,
voting, never ever voted for a bill that appealed and was for us. Always voted nay. Nay is what they vote in the House, is yay or nay. He's always nay. He ain't never proposed anything to help us. He's been there since the 70s, before we were born. And then he got the nerve to sit up there and say, if you don't vote for me, you're not. He that confident. Because he Obama lackey, that y'all. And then all these celebrities, ignore that.
Yeah. I think
And
that's why
just
people
straight
really,
out, because y'all getting paid for this, right? Because y'all ain't doing no shows right now. Right?
But then again, it's like last year, it's like the last term, like, picking the best of both evils. But
Picking the best or picking the less of both evils.
I ain't gonna tell
And
you.
if you think that we'd have been off better if Hillary was in office than Trump, cool. But if you think that and think that this broad ain't have her own demons and was gonna do her own dirt, then you crazy. You crazy. You can't stop believing in these people. What you need to do is make them really work for you what they're supposed to do. Just like they work for the other nationalities and other ethnic groups.
Because they got their village together, they keep their dollar in their community and they take it to the politicians and be like, listen.
What DL should have been saying was, yo, salute the Q for going over there, for being the Indian to go over the hill and see what's going on and come back. He ain't Kanye. He came back. Say, yo, I talked to them people over there, man. I also let them know.
You should, matter of fact, instead of jumping to conclusions, invite him to your show. And ask him exactly what he did.
But no, you know what we do? We go back and fight back and forth like we talking sports. Sports and shit is cool.
Yeah.
All that other shit cool. This matters. We're supposed to be coming together. Now, if he
and
clearly
doing everything that we've been saying.
right, and now if he clearly showing you, nah, I ain't fucking with what my people doing over there. I'm rocking with Trump, then that's different.
Yeah.
We know why 50 saying what he's saying. They can make headlines and talk about it on CNN.
We
all
even
they
know
want.
why Kanye do what he do.
50 saying that shit because he think about his bread. Just get rich or die
And
trying.
Kanye
And I ain't trying to die when I'm rich. So I understand that. But what Cube is talking is real society changing shit. Get with it. Instead of just getting behind somebody that might be like, psych. I lied. And what the fuck you gonna do now? Impeach me? They ain't even putting the right people in the house to do that.
But shout out to Cube, man. Shout out to everybody that's out here doing their thing. We're not gonna stay on this too long because I think we got a full.
Stop fighting.
I think we
Stop
got a
fighting
full
each other,
episode
man.
of this coming up
Stop
soon.
fighting each other because they got their shit together. If you go on any of these news articles and you click the comments, you see, oh, they all in sync, bro. They in sync. Get in sync. Get in sync. Dispute privately like we used to do at a point.
Yeah.
Dispute privately.
That's the way
Get our shit together because they watching us more than ever before squabble.